Hey, welcome to the Explainer. We've all been there, right? You get some new software that promises to be incredibly powerful, but it just ends up being, well, a powerful pain. Today, we're going to dig into a totally different way of thinking about tech, a philosophy for designing tools that actually work for us. You know how it starts. You're promised the world, but the first thing you notice is this constant push for more. Always more feature. And then comes the tidal wave of settings. So much customization that you spend more time setting it up than using it. And all of that just leads to one thing, more confusion. You're fighting the tool instead of getting your work done. So that brings us to the big question here. Why does powerful so often feel overwhelming? It's a frustration we all share. And the only way to fix it is to fundamentally change how we even think about designing these tools in the first place. So let's start with the first principle, delight through simplicity. And look, this isn't just about making things look clean or minimalist. It's about the emotional result of the design. It's about creating a genuine feeling of clarity, calm, and confidence for the user. I mean, just think about the feeling of clutter. It's overwhelming, it's chaotic, it's confusing. That's the emotional tax that most complex software puts on you. But simplicity, it does the exact opposite. It gives you clarity, calm, and confidence. And if you're in a high-stakes job, like running a nonprofit, that feeling isn't a bonus. It's absolutely essential. So what do we mean by real delight? It's not about cute animations or a little confetti burst. No. Real delight is that feeling when you've just done something really hard and you realize the tool you used made it feel easy. That's the good stuff. That's true empowerment. And at the end of the day, making a tool simple isn't just a technical decision. It's a human one. It's a fundamental sign of respect for the user's time, their attention, and their ultimate goal. It's a way of saying, hey, we value your mission more than we value showing off all our features. Speaking of respect, that leads us right into our second big idea, making sure the user is always in control. You know, in this age of AI, the temptation is to automate everything. But this philosophy pushes back, arguing that you have to keep the human expert in the driver's seat. The guiding principle here is so simple, and yet so powerful. AI suggests, humans decide. The tech's job is to assist, to offer options, to provide insights. But the final, critical decision, that always has to belong to the person using the tool. Think about it like this. It's the difference between an AI pilot and an AI partner. A pilot just takes the wheel. It locks you into an automated path, and it often misses the nuance, the context. But a partner rides shotgun. They offer suggestions, but you're still the one driving. You're in charge, making sure every decision makes sense for your mission. And why is this so important? Because when your work is driven by a mission, context is literally everything. You're dealing with people, with complex situations, with goals that can't be put into a spreadsheet. An algorithm can't handle that. So that ability to make the final call, your agency, it's sacred. It's what protects the whole mission. Okay, on to our third principle, which is all about avoiding the baggage that comes with so-called enterprise-grade software. The real goal should be to scale your impact, not all the administrative headaches that come with running the tool. We've all seen this before, right? It's the legacy trap. This old-school, powerful software that costs a fortune in time and energy just to get it off the ground. We're talking 6-month setups, required certifications, maybe even hiring someone just to manage the darn thing. The tool becomes the job. But there is an alternative. You can have that same high-level intelligence without all that baggage. It is absolutely possible to deliver incredible results without the crushing weight of complexity, cost, and overhead. When you look at where the energy goes, it's pretty stark. With traditional tech, so much of its power and your resources gets eaten up by overhead. But this new model flips that completely. It's built to give you leverage, not just a bigger load to carry. It focuses all that power on what actually matters, your impact. Now, all of this, the simplicity, the user control, scaling impact, it all leads to this final, really game-changing idea. Intent is the interface. Let that sink in. You don't open an app because you're excited to click on menus. You open it because you have a goal, you have an intent. Here's the old way. To get an answer, you have to become an expert on the tool's bizarre logic. You click this menu, you pick these 5 filters, you adjust that setting, then you try to decode the results. And half the time, you just have to do it all over again. It's maddening. Now compare that to the intent-driven way. You just say what you want. Find funders for rural mental health. The system understands you, maybe asks one quick question to be sure, and then it delivers an actual outcome. The tool adapts to you, not the other way around. It's a total game changer. So when you put all these pieces together, what you have isn't just a handful of design tips. It's a complete philosophy of empowerment. It's a blueprint for how to build technology that genuinely serves humanity, that respects our time and helps us achieve our goals. So there they are, the 4 pillars. You've got delight through simplicity, which is all about respect. Agency belongs to the user, keeping the human in charge. Scale impact, not overhead, which gives you leverage. And finally, intent is the interface, which means the tool understands your goal. It's a powerful framework. And if there's one single idea that sums it all up, it's this. Missions aren't algorithms. The most important work in the world, the human stuff, it can't be reduced to a formula. And our tools need to be built knowing that from the very beginning. So as you finish up with this explainer, I'll leave you with a question. Think about the tech you use every single day. Your phone, your work software, all of it. And ask yourself, does it actually empower me? Does it respect me? Because really, shouldn't all of our tools make the hard parts of life feel just a little bit easier?